Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to fix your Canva if it's not exporting videos for you. Okay, so if you're trying to export videos on Canva and it's not exporting for you, alright, so I'm just going to show you three basic reasons why it's not exporting, and then what you're going to do about it. Alright, so what you're actually going to do about it. So make sure you pay close attention to this video, alright, and also watch till the end. It's very important. Most people don't watch till the end, so they make a lot of mistakes, so it's very important you watch till the end. So that being said, let's get right into it. So you come over to Canva. All right, so let's say you have like a very large video you're trying to export, maybe a video. Let's see, let's try and export something right here. Okay, so I'll just try and see if I can export. Let me try and import a large file first. All right, so let me see it. Some of these are actually very large, so let me just look for one of these my videos, and I'll just try and export import. So this is an import thing that I'm doing, right? So this is importation. Then once I import it, I'll just try and see if I can export it. But basically, let me come and pull this down here. Alright, so let's say you have your video, you've done all your editing, blah blah blah, and all of that. Okay, so you've done everything, and then you want to export this video. So what do you do about it? And it's not working. So there are three major reasons, all right, and three major problems. So the first one is your internet connection. Most people actually don't know, but usually as at the time of exportation, you might be having bad internet connection, which is one of the major reasons why the exportation will fail. Okay, so one of the ways to fix it is to confirm your internet connection. It happens to me a lot. Sometimes my hotspot will disconnect. Right, so you want to make sure that you are connected to your hotspot. Very important. All right, if it's not, you can just come here to your Wi-Fi or go over to settings. All right, so come here and type in settings on your computer. Okay, settings, go to over to settings right here. This one is super simple, right? You honestly cannot miss it. Once you're here, you just come over to look for network and internet. Again, depends on the type of system you're using, your operating system, but just basically go to where your hotspot, Wi-Fi they are. Yeah, they're usually around the same area. Anything network related, Bluetooth and all of, usually they are usually not too far from each other. So basically you want to connect. All right, so I hope I'm not sharing too much information here, but then you want to come here, try and connect, disconnect, connect back, and all of that. So these are very important things that you can actually do, and it helps. So once you're done, you come back here, try and export. If it's still showing you the same thing, now there's the second thing you need to do, which is one of the problems that occur, which is that your cache might be having a problem. Cache in terms of like CACHE. I'll explain what I mean in just a minute. But then usually sometimes your cache might be full, so your download might not be working. Okay, so let me show you exactly what that means and also how to fix it. So if I come here, I'll click on this my profile icon right here, or you can just click on the three dots at the top right, and then come over to where it says password and autofill. Now again, this will differ depending on the type of operating system, Chrome, you're using. All right, but basically you want to come over to settings. That's the main point. So you want to come over to settings. Under settings, I hope I'm not displaying any password right here, but under settings you want to come down here to where it says privacy and security. Okay, so come here to privacy and security right here. Once you're here, you want to come down here to where it says delete browsing data. Okay, very important, delete browsing data. So you want to come around here, click on delete browsing data, and it's going to give you different options. All right, so the first one, you have your browsing history. All right, so this is your browsing history. So it's actually to delete, so you can select this, your cookie and other sites data. All right, keep watching, very important, cookie and other site data. And then you also have like your cache, image and files. Then you have your download history. So what you're going to do is that first things first, you're going to come click on remove these other ones, remove this one, add this one, remove this one. So you're only going to leave this cache. So remember I talked about cache, right? So cached image and files. So this is what you're going to be deleting. You have to delete it. It doesn't really delete any serious thing from your computer, right? It just takes up space and sometimes it hinders download. Okay, very important. And also you need to take note of it. So if you delete right here, they're going to only delete the ones that you've actually added within the past last hour, right? But you can extend it to the last 24 hours. It will calculate again. Extend it to the last 7 days, right, or more, all time. So you can also do all time, so you can clear all your cache. So basically, preferably you want to clear maybe within the last 24 hours or maybe the last 7 days. Don't, probably might not need to do too much, right? So you just clear it. Once you clear it, it just makes your Chrome browser more smooth, right? And not just Chrome, it depends on the whatever, even if you're using Safari, whatever the browser you're using, just go and clear your cache. Okay, very important, clear it. Once you're done clearing it, all right, so usually downloads will be easier. Then you can now come here, try it again, come here and try this one again. Okay, super simple. Come here, then click on download, and then you just try it out and click on download. All right, so this is one of them. Usually one of those two, your internet issue. Maybe check if you have enough browsing data, and then check your cache. Usually one of these two, but if those two don't work, then you have to come to the final option that I know of that can work, which is that usually you have too many large files. All right, so you usually have too many large files you're trying to export. So maybe if you made a video right here and the files are too large, usually you know, Canva might not allow you to install or download it out of here. All right, Canva might not allow you to download it out. So how do we solve that problem? All right, so one of the things that you can actually do is that you can actually come and remove some of your some files that are being added. So if the files are too much, you will not be able to download it. So you have to come and remove them, maybe edit some things that are not important, remove some things that are not important. So you notice down here that all the videos that I've added are here. So you can just come click on any one of them, click on any one of them, and then exit. If I click on exit right here, click on backspace. All right, click on exit, backspace. All right, so you just come here and then it will just remove right here. So it's gone. So we are left with this one. All right, so you want to also manage the space, right? So when you're adding things for the video, adding things, usually it can also be too much to download. So you can now remove some things. All right, I hope that makes sense. You just remove some things and then make it lighter for you to download. That's if you've tried the first two options and they don't work. This usually works, right? To reduce the files. Usually the files are too large. All right, so you just reduce some things that you've added, and then try to improvise and all of that. And then also, guys, there are a few things that you need to also know. Okay, so if you come to share, come to download, one of the things that you can do is that you can check for video quality. All right, so one of the things that most people don't know, right, if you, let's say, if you maybe the files, there's nothing you can remove. Okay, maybe you have large files, but then you don't want to remove those files. Maybe they are very important in the video you're trying to export. They are all important, right? So what can you do about that situation? Right, so let me show you. This is also why it's always good to watch a video to the end, so you're going to get the most meat part, the juicy part of the video. All right, so you come to share. All right, so let's say the videos you don't want to remove anything, you still want to export it, you can come to download, and then you can reduce the video quality. This is what people don't understand. All right, so you come here, you see video right here, you can select MP4, it's fine, but then you can just reduce video quality. That makes it easier to download. All right, so sometimes if the quality is too high, you might not be able to download, but then if you reduce the quality, it becomes easier for you to download. All right, I hope that makes sense. And one more thing, very important, sometimes it might not also be your fault. It might not be your video, it might not be your the exports, it might not be your internet, it might not be your browser, it might not be the video, but there's one more thing that it can always be. All right, so this is why it's good to watch a video. So and open a tab on your browser and come here and look for Canva status page. Right, so this Canva status page usually helps to show you their network, if everything they have, every of their application is operational, completely operational. So it says all system operational. So you see it says homepage operational, administration and settings operational, billing subscription operational, blah blah blah. So you can come here and check. So you see this is the one that concerns those media uploads. It says operational. So if anything here is not operational and is not functioning, usually it's not your fault. There's nothing you can do. It's not your internet, it's not the videos, the large files. All right, and it's definitely not your browser. All right, so usually you always want to come here. You can come to Canva status.com. right, it will show you if Canva is operational. Right, so each of these features that they have, if there's anyone that is not operational, usually if this one says this is your media uploads, if it's not operational, then most likely it's not your fault. You just have to wait for some minutes or some hours for it to like adjust and reset. Right, so for it to be operational, you see all of them right now operational. So once they're operational, then you come back here, refresh, and then you come click on share, and then you go over to download. I hope that makes sense. So sometimes you're going to come and verify, go to canvastatus.com and then verify the current operations of the entire tool. All right, so the entire tool, you can check the operations and which one is functioning and which one is not functioning. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's basically it. So do well to like this video if you got any value. All right, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I believe I've showed you exactly how to fix the Canva not exporting your videos. So yeah, do well to like and also subscribe to this channel. We make videos like this to help you out, so subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.